Today I'm going to be playing a bebop tune, in this case Grapple from the Apple in all 12 keys, and I'm just going to kind of go through and show you guys how I would approach it and how I approach it. This is really good for you in a lot of ways. It's first of all, it helps you learn the tune really well. Of course, you can do this with any tune. It doesn't have to be a bebop tune. It helps you get comfortable with other keys and vocabulary in other keys. It helps you, especially with all the weird stuff in different keys with the vocabulary. There's like little weird things on each instrument has its little technical difficulties in certain keys. So it helps you with that. It's kind of like a brain game. There's a lot of benefits to playing tunes in all 12 keys, let alone bebop tunes in all 12 keys. So here I go, and you'll see as I go, as I play this tune and get into the harder keys right in the middle, where there's all the key signatures and stuff, that I'm going to try to slow it down and try to play things in time at a slower tempo. So that's another key too. But alright, here we go. I'm going to start with F, of course, the original key. So as I go into the next key, I'm just going to be alternating between the first A section and the second A section. And of course the second A section is just like the last A section. So here goes B flat. Slower now. I'm going to isolate that for a second. It's mostly there. Let's go on for time's sake. It's E flat. Da da F, B natural. Alright, it's mostly there. A flat. Da. Alright, let's go on to D flat. Oh, that's weird. I'm gonna go slower on this one. There we go. It's so hard in fifth. Alright, one more time from the beginning. Alright, let's go on to G. It would be easier with the trigger, David. G flat. So after a while, there's kind of like you start getting used to the shapes and the patterns and the intervals. It's a different way of practicing. I know there's some people that can play any tune pretty much in every key, and it's a really hard thing to do. But just like with anything else, sight reading, working on technique, improvising in certain keys, you have to practice it often. So okay, that was G flat. Let's go on to B. Of course, brass players like flats, so you could say F sharp, but I like G flat better. Okay, next B. It's always that part that's kind of weird. Okay, slower. It's mostly there. You know, there's little intonation things and all that stuff I'd usually work on by myself, but I'm trying to give you guys an overview and actually get into all 12 keys. Okay, let's go to E major. Okay, again, the weird part. Maybe next time I'll isolate that part before I start. Okay, again in E, maybe a little slower. Okay, A. Let me get to that part real quick. Okay. This still didn't help. Just gotta slow it down. It's supposed to be a fifth, I think. Yeah, fifth and then a tritone. Alright, here we go. Perfect. Ready? Okay, now let's move on to D. Okay. Now here's where you can start picking the higher or the lower partials depending on your range and all that stuff. I'm going to try the higher one for now though. D major. It's always hard. Okay. Close, but one more time. Okay, take a break for a second. This stuff's pretty hard. Bebop and all 12 keys. And D is a pretty tricky key, especially for that tune. Okay, here we go. Alright, sorry guys, I lost connection, so I just turned off the Wi-Fi and I'm using data now. But this is a continuation. I just finished playing in D. I don't know if you guys could hear, but I finally nailed the D one at a slower tempo, but I finally got it. So I'm going to continue off from D and go on to G, C, and back to F. Now G. And C, finally. We're in C right now, by the way. I'm getting chopped dirty. Alright, so anyways, I went through all the 12 keys. You guys can see the last video, which had most of them up until D, until it cut off. And then I did D again on this video, and then did G and C, and back to F, sort of. F was probably actually the weakest now that I did all the other keys, but yeah, practice this at home with any tune, really. It doesn't have to be bebop tune. I've done it with a couple of bebop tunes. I think last semester I did Anthropology, which that was kind of tricky, but it's kind of nice knowing tunes in all 12 keys. Like I said, it makes everything easier and better, especially all the weird little intricacies and certain keys, especially for trombone B and D and E's. E's kind of related to F, you find out after a while. But yep, hope this helps for you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.